Good morning, America, and welcome to Channel 14 News. I'm your host.
Today we'll be discussing stereotypes, what causes them, and how to stop them.
Stereotypes have just about always been a problem, and Amelia is going to help us look at this problem more in depth. Over to you, Amelia.
Thanks, Jordan. So, in the simplest terms, stereotypes are a result of a basic human nature to categorize others. So, we tend to all use stereotypes without even knowing that we're using them. This makes the problem with stereotypes an even larger one, because to stop stereotypes, we're fighting against a basic human nature. People may not notice that stereotypes are dangerous, but they actually are. Stereotypes ignore the full humanity and uniqueness of humans, and people who are repeatedly stereotyped begin to develop feelings of inferiority. As you can see, stereotypes are clearly a problem that need to be dealt with.
Hey, Ms. Velez.
Hi.
Thank you for letting us interview you today. We're doing our stereotype project about race.
Okay.
Stereotypes. Yeah. So we're gonna ask you questions. What is your race?
I don't have one. It's the ethnicity.
Okay. What's your ethnicity?
Hispanic.
Okay. Is your ethnicity stereotyped and how?
Say yes. Like I even do it. With joke of like I'm allowed to be late because I'm Hispanic. Like they're always late. Have the stereotype. So yeah, things like that.
Yeah. So you always tell our class about like different countries that you've been to and that you've seen. Do you think that there's different like stereotypes there, or are you stereotyped any differently there?
Yeah. Especially in Spain, it was really different and it was really unique because I had double personality, so like double stereotypes depending on who I was surrounding with. So whenever I was surrounded by my American friends, they just treat me like an American. So it's like I was expected to, not know about geography or not speak any other language or things like that Americans are stereotyped with. And then whenever I was surrounded with my friends from Honduras, I was seen as educated or as not well travel and things like that. And whenever I would talk about things that I knew or have done, people would tend to be surprised. Oh, really? You did that? Like I was like, yeah, I live here. And then they would treat me differently whenever I knew I lived in the States. So it was just different.
Wow. Thank you. Do you think that your ethnicity affects any of your political standpoints? Because we do know that like white males are usually like stereotyped as Republican.
Yes.
Or so do you think that affects any of your
I will have to agree. I will say yes. I will love to say no, but I know that it does.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever been mocked for your ethnicity?
Maybe because of my accent. Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think people stereotype?
I don't think we even think about it anymore. I think it's just things that they just grow into our minds and they're just there. Like especially stereotypes are just things that many times I believe we can control. They're just in the back of our mind and we just know them but we don't, even if you ask somebody something and they will give you no answer, and it's because they haven't given it a thought. It's just in the back of their mind. It's in the back of our minds.
They've actually done a study and it's like we're thinking stereotypes because that's how everyone
they're just,
thinks now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not, we don't think why we're thinking that, it's just that they're there.
What do you think contributes to stereotypes? Like major things that contribute?
Culture in general, or TV, music. And I mean, I think everyone has different stereotypes, and your stereotypes can change, your perspective of a person can change for whoever you meet. Like if you have only one Hispanic friend, maybe your stereotypes are gonna be different than other person for the interaction they have with that one Hispanic friend they have, or depending on either race or any other race. Yeah.
Last one would be like, do you think that there's a solution for stereotyping?
Solutions. Education. Just over like interaction with others. So as I was telling you, if you have one Hispanic friend, and you have this idea of this stereotype is right because I have that one friend that does that. What about if you have 5 of them and one of them do it, but then the other 4 don't? So maybe the stereotypes are gonna be changing.
Okay, alright. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
So, hi Sydney, thanks for being interviewed today. So, we're just going to start off with, what's your race?
I am biracial between African American and Caucasian.
Okay, so how does this race tend to be stereotyped?
I once was called a rape baby because my dad is black and my mom is white, and there's a stereotype that all blacks rape white women.
Okay, so clearly, yes, you have been stereotyped because of your race.
Yes, I have.
Okay, so does your race affect your political standpoint at all?
Yes. I think I have to be more cautious of what I say politically when I'm around my father's side of the family, because you're taught to, as an African American, to like be a Democrat or independent, and that Republicans are white straight males.
So have you ever been bullied because of your race?
Yes. I think the first time I've ever been bullied for my race was I was in kindergarten. I think someone walked up to me and tried to speak Spanish to me, and they got a little flabbergasted when I couldn't speak Spanish, and it was really hard because I was the only biracial person at my school until like maybe 4th grade, and it was just hard.
Okay. So have you ever wanted to be a different race?
Yes. Mainly when I was younger, I was really confused why I didn't look like my mom or my dad. I wanted to be white when I was around my mom, and I wanted to be black when I was around my dad, so I could fit in more to the stereotypes of who those people are.
Okay, so why do you think people stereotype?
Because they can't find a solution, or they don't want to get to know someone, so they base it off of how someone looks. So that
What do you think contributes to stereotypes?
I think how people are raised and who they're raised around. Because I know a lot of people who are taught that a certain race is not okay. And
Okay, thank you for all your thoughts. It was very valuable.
Villanova, Virginia.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey, so today we're going to be talking about the biggest thing you'll ever hear in college sports.
March Madness.
Okay,
So, in the East region over here,
we got the #1 seed, Villanova. Here's the thing about Villanova. Everyone thinks the stereotypes for sports has to be black, tall, muscular, dark. That's what they think it is. I think you have to be black to play basketball. But Villanova's top scorers, they're Caucasian. I mean,
so they're breaking the stereotype. A team like Kentucky, which has more African American players than what other teams would have,
right.
do look a little bit more successful than any other team. But that doesn't mean that any other teams with white players can't play as good as African Americans.
Like
As
Duke.
you look at Duke,
Duke, right here.
Duke, we have Duke projected. We have Duke projected to make it all the way to the Elite Eight, but lose against Villanova. Now, Duke has their main scorers are two Caucasian players, Grayson Allen and Luke Kennard.
Luke Kennard averages around 28 points per game.
And they're looking at around 42% three-point shooting, both of them combined.
All right, so as you can see, to finish our sports section, we have Villanova winning out the East. You can't see it now, but we have them going to the championship.
We also have Kansas making it all the way up to the Elite Eight, beating Oregon, and playing against Villanova for their Final Four.
But we have them losing because we think Villanova will win this all.
And against UNC, a replay, but Villanova is the winner.
Well,
So
they won last year, but
yeah, so
yeah, I mean they did technically win. It was out of bounds, but you know, in the
that's
past.
it for Sports Illustration. We go back to William.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jordan. We know that there have been many celebrities that break the racial stereotypes, such as Serena Williams, who's definitely my favorite tennis player. Serena has faced many stereotypes about race and gender. Tennis players, specifically women, have always been seen as blonde, white, and beautiful. Yet Serena has been ranked #1 by the Women's Tennis Association 7 different times, and has even been the Sports Illustrated Sports Person of the Year, the only black female to ever gain this title. It was always her dream as a child to be the best tennis player, and despite not fitting society's image of a female tennis player, she went out and became the best.
So we're back, and as you can see in the past segments, we were talking about stereotypes. And the one big problem and people always think about is how we can stop these stereotypes, right, Jackson?
Right. So we can sit on Twitter, we can sit on Instagram, go wherever you feel necessary, but you can look, say, yes, Rihanna, I agree with you. We need to stop this. But then you sit around and do what you just said you need to stop. You need to get out there and stop this madness. I don't care what other people say, be you and don't judge someone else. Right, Jordan?
Right. A lot of people see people from their outward looks and automatically think that they're stealing something or that they're rich. But really, they could just be a nice person, right?
Right. Like me and Jordan here.
Two completely different people.
Yes.
But we get along just fine.
Yes. As time has gone on, we got to know each other. We became friends. You can do that too.
So, the next time you see somebody that you think that they're something that they're really not, get to know them and get to talk to them. That's the big answer is us. Our generation has to stop this.
Yes, don't judge people based on how they look or dress. Don't say he's sagging, he's about to rob somewhere. No, talk to the person, see what's going on. Because they could be sagging because they can't afford a belt. You never know. Get to know someone before you judge.
So, signing out, Channel 14 News. Join us tomorrow for more March Madness. Good morning. Okay, go ahead.
I used to think he was some boy from the hood.